Yo, what is good, guys? Back here, another YouTube video, and in case you cannot tell by the title below, this video will be a video where I share my thoughts and opinions on someone or something going on in this wacky, weird world people called professional wrestling. As you can tell by the title below, this video will be a video where I share a couple of wrestlers that could potentially beat Roman Reigns for either the WWE or Universal Championship. Whatnot. Before I get to my list, a couple of things. I would love to know who is on your list of wrestlers that could actually beat Roman Reigns for either or for both titles. Down in the comments below. While you are down there, feel free to hit the like, subscribe, turn on post notification. Of course, you do not have to if you do not want to, but it would mean a lot to myself if you did. More importantly, hope you guys are treating your mental, emotional, and physical health okay. And this one, second thing before I forgot, was requested by another YouTuber, the Nice Bro TV. That's what his handle and whatnot is, and all of that stuff and whatnot. And for myself personally, they wanted to know like just one person who's most likely. For myself, it's kind of 1A, 1B, and kind of number 2 kind of deal and whatnot. And so really top 3. And the person coming in at third is like the gap between, I guess in this case, number 2 and number 3, quite large, I would say, but it's still maybe not could happen kind of deal. And the first guy that I'm going to talk about, number 3 on my invisible list, Sami Zayn. For myself personally, I don't really see it happening, or at least the other 2 that I will be talking about is more likely to happen kind of deal and whatnot in comparison. But Sami Zayn, this might be a Canadian biased kind of deal. Granted, he's from Montreal. I live, granted, not in Toronto, but Southern Ontario and whatnot. But it still would be cool to see a Canadian win the WWE or Universal Championship for the first time in a quick minute. And Brock Lesnar does not count, despite him living in the most forgettable province in the country, allegedly, and whatnot. But either way, Sami Zayn, it would be cool. It's just I personally do not see it happening. Number 2, fellow Canadian, definitely more likely for it to happen, and that is Kevin Owens, a guy that I personally am a bigger fan, supporter, mark than I am of Sami Zayn, but I still like Zayn kind of deal and whatnot. But for myself personally, I think there's, I don't want to say a clearer path to either title kind of deal, but it's like, I don't see Sami Zayn winning the top singles championship, whether it's Raw, like WWE Championship, or Universal Championship throughout his career. Kevin Owens, he has already held it, granted, but I can see him more likely to hold it. There is a history. They're both definitely recent and kind of extended history, whether it was back in, what was it, Royal Rumble 2021, if I remember right, as well as back in like late 2016. There is a history between Owens and Reigns kind of deal when it comes to them feuding against each other and whatnot, but I don't see Owens winning the championship, or at least not from Roman Reigns kind of deal. I would be happy if I'm wrong, but if it doesn't happen, I wouldn't be surprised kind of deal and whatnot. And number 1, I think they're in a lot of people's kind of 1A and 1B, along with The Rock, I guess, kind of deal and whatnot. But I don't see The Rock holding it and whatnot personally, either championship again. And number 1, Cody Rhodes. I don't know for sure what his injury time being back looks like kind of deal. Like, I don't know if it's a couple of days, a couple of weeks, or still a couple of months left, because I'm the furthest thing from a doctor, let alone when it comes to what he messed up, like his pec or his shoulder, kind of deal and whatnot. Last summer? Kind of deal and whatnot, but out of everybody on Raw, on SmackDown, on NXT, in the Performance Center, kind of deal, I would bet a shiny loony that Cody Rhodes is the most likely to win the championship, kind of deal and whatnot, out of anybody else, kind of deal and whatnot. Nothing against Owens or Zayn or Rollins or anybody else on the roster. It's just Cody Rhodes having the Universal or preferably WWE championship. To me, it's just a lot of fresh matchups that any other person as the top solo champion wouldn't necessarily have, or at least they would have less options than Cody Rhodes, because Cody Rhodes, the only person since returning at WrestleMania last year that he's feuded with is Seth Rollins. They still could kind of go back to that if you would want, because Rollins attacked Cody after the match, I think after the match or the Raw the next night kind of deal. So you could still draw from that, and then everybody on Raw or SmackDown, maybe NXT, I doubt it, kind of deal and whatnot. But either way, those are my top three. Kind of deal by a little bit, like there's 1 and 2 and Cody and Owens or Kevin kind of deal. A little bit of a gap. Then Sami Zayn, a little bit more of a gap. Everybody else. But either way, thanks to the Nicebro TV for the video idea. If you guys have any other video ideas you would want to see myself do, either let me know down in the comments below, or my social medias. Links to those should be in the description down below and whatnot. But either way, that is it for today's video. Hope you guys hit the like, subscribe, turn on post notification. Don't have to if you don't want to, but it would mean a lot to myself if you did. More importantly, hope you guys are doing okay mentally, emotionally, and physically.
The world that we tend to make up is nothing but a fantasy until you wake up. I feel like I'm just lying to myself, yeah. Cause I just crossed the line like I'm playing offside. Do it how I want and I'ma do it till I die. Feel like I'm just lying to myself, but it's